That reason. I mean, you don't have to go any further than that. 40% of all abortions are done by black women. Black women don't give a shit about fertility rates. They don't.
Jeremiah wins. Peace.
So it's so going over this is a waste of our
J2,
time.
what you
Okay?
talking about, J2?
And it's not new. This shit is not new.
What? What about it? I got it. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Let me finish watching BGS first, alright?
They use birth control the least and abortion the most. And the reason your fertility rate is so far down and dropping like a stone is one. Now,
I got it.
really, if black men actually want to pay for the fertility rate to go back up by paying more
I got
child
it.
support and supporting these chicks and getting with baby moms and have more babies, bring it back up if you want to. If you want to pay for it. As far as fertility, black women are transactional. There's no benefit to them for having a baby. They won't have that baby. Most black women get pregnant trying to traffic okay, because there's a benefit in it for her. And when it doesn't work out, guess what she do? I'm gonna run to the clinic because they used to hate that word. Okay, I'm going to the clinic and get this taken care of. Yeah, how do you think of that guy, this American, that convinced that woman to go to the clinic 4 times?
How?
You know, I understand this white supremacy got a lot to do with it. I wouldn't even argue with you about that. Okay, 100% agree with you. Okay, white supremacy has a lot to do with it. Okay, what one of the biggest racists, as we call him, Ronald Reagan, increased welfare benefits to increase the what? Fertility rate. Okay, that was the last big bump of the fertility rate. All right, it almost got up to the point where it was back during the baby boom. Okay, because America financed that baby boom, right? Okay, amongst black women. And when the money dried up, guess what happened to the fertility rate? Whoop, back down. Okay. And then black women got jobs and education, okay? Get jobs, give them education, give them indoctrination about delaying their fertility, okay, from being a teenager or even in the early 20s, all the way out to, what, 40, okay? Guess what's going to happen? It couldn't happen again, right? Trust and believe, once Trump is through, okay, you're going to see it drop again. I wouldn't be surprised. How would black Americans bring down the world? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
Try something new today. We'll try something new today, huh?
I remember
New today.
one of my cousins.
Yeah, J2, we're gonna try something new, J2.
My grandfather laughed and said, accidents happen with trucks, not with your That's very true. But we accept it, okay? We accept that lie. I've never accepted that lie, okay? Okay, 31 forms of birth control, the abortion, the landfill, all that kind of shit. I won't hear it, okay? Equalizers, usually.
What's up, J2? Two. Yeah, I guess. Yes, you're right. Can, should. And it has been one hell of a day, my guy. Man, what? Tell me about it. Court for child support today for Jeremiah. Long day, long day. Let's see, let's finish with the master teacher, shall we?
Clinic is different work car wash, popping Plan Bs if there were Skittles. There's no way 13% of the well, 13% of the population have 40% of the abortions. Okay? It should not happen. Black fertility rate used like they showed in 2000s, 20 years ago was what? 2.06. 2.06. Okay, how did it drop to damn near 1.36? Okay, two things: education and abortion.
Education and abortion.
Education and abortion. I wish it was just birth control. Okay, I wish it was. And black men, because of child support, use more condoms. So that's how come Pookie and Ray Ray have more kids. It's because the typical black man is that she uses more condoms. He doesn't want to get his money taken by the child support system.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
producing less children. So there ain't no money in it.
Because they taking my money.
They won. No, they haven't won. It's because white supremacy is global competition. It's not local. And guess who still has the bigger fertility rate? Latinos.
Oh,
How much femicide is in that number? Probably the same. Probably the same. They're not targeting black boys. A baby's a baby to them. Okay? A baby's a baby to them. Either it makes money. If it don't make money, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Okay? Anyhow, get out of here. And I will see you guys later.
Later, master teacher.
Plan B. Yeah.
Later, master teacher.
That's the issue.
Sister Kendra is live over on the Crimson Cure channel.
Moral compass, it doesn't have a soul.
Women threaten to steal if food stamps end.
It's one
Crimson Cure is live. Let me say peace, peace, peace in the chats. Because I love Kendra. I appreciate Kendra. If it wasn't for Kendra, man, let me tell you something. Yeah, if it wasn't for Kendra over here, the Crimson Cure, I'd have probably lost my daggone mind a long time ago. Her content really, really, really helps me understand better, you know, myself, where I come from, and what I'm dealing with now.
and it ain't got as bad as it's gonna get.
She live, but I'm gonna go back a little bit because she been live for an hour. Let's check and see what we missed, J2. Content probes, Tizzy. Let's go. I'm ready. You ready? Two. 1, 2. Tizzy get busy one time for the city. They want to know, is he Rizzy Liddy? Come on, J2. 2. Come on. Tizzy get busy one time for the city.
Hey y'all, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson
Shout out to the
channel,
Crimson Cure.
where we embrace. We're gonna talk about it from a couple of different angles today.
And while we do this, J2, we gonna multitask and do this content creation, alright? everything can be made into content.
So,
Yeah, just about everything.
as we know, the government has been in a shutdown for many days now. Okay, almost what, 20 some days or something like that.
Almost a month.
It's encroaching upon a month.
Yes, almost a month.
And with that shutdown comes federal spending basically coming to an end. Federal employees not being paid, things of that nature. Among federal spending that has stopped as a result of the government shutdown is the SNAP/EBT/food stamp benefits. Okay, given out to millions of people in the United States. Yes. And so with that information, you've got black people, black women, crashing out over the internet about food stamp benefits.
All right.
No longer being given starting at the beginning of November. This is problematic in several different ways. This is problematic because on the one hand, we all told everybody this was coming. This was coming. This has been coming down the pike for a long time, regardless of what you think about the people who have food stamps. Regardless of that. Because we're going to talk about the people who have been taking advantage of the system and things of that nature, because this conversation is a bit more multifaceted than I think we as a black community are seeing it. Because many of us are seeing this only from a ha ha ha, we told y'all, now y'all gotta get off the food stamps aspect. There's that aspect. The other problem, though, is that you can't tell people.
All right.
You can't tell people that they cannot eat. I don't care how they were getting food. If it was legal, the way that they were obtaining food, if the way that they were obtaining food was legal, so be it. But you cannot tell people that they cannot eat. And I want us to understand that. Because on the one hand, you're taking them off of EBT, okay. But then you're also telling them they can't work for money. Cannot work for money. Because it kicks them out of the job. Cutting food stamps at the same time that you're tanking the economy where people cannot work.
That's bad business.
To actually go and get. That's a dangerous combo.
It is. Right, sister.
So for as much joy as anybody would get to see the women not eat, because you shouldn't have, gotten on to Mr. Cartwright's program. We're going to talk about that part too. So you're telling people, I'm not going to give you the food, and I'm not going to give you the job that gets you the money to go get the food. So I'm effectively telling you. But before we get into the real super serious part of it, because we don't touch it.
I'm gonna call them expeditiously. I don't care. I don't. Donald motherfucking orange man J Trump. I'm gonna tell you just like this. What the fuck you doing? Who done get that goddamn food stamps the goddamn November? Cause I'll get my goddamn shit. I don't know about the rest of you. When I get my money, I'm gonna take just like this little Jesus for our motherfucking Christ. I will be at motherfucking Walmart with my steel toes on. And my motherfucking helmet, and I care for a bitch trying to stop me from walking out that motherfucking store with my grocery street. Baby, I'm 250 pounds solid. Baby, you wanna see a human motherfucker bulldozer, baby? Cause that's the fuck I'ma turn into. If you think you gonna stop me from speaking out that goddamn store with my motherfucking monthly groceries, then I get every goddamn month. I ain't bothering no goddamn mind, okay? Why the fuck is y'all bothering me and my goddamn food? I'm just so tired of this big back bald head, red cap evidence. Shaped like a motherfucking paper with any motherfucking way on vinyl motherfucking war was looking at. I'm sick of it. Donald mother. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these sources. I'm walking out with cars and I'm not paying for shit. Chuck, if you want motherfuckers start looting, oh, it's gonna happen. Before my kids go broke this bitch like Jock, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card, food that bitch say ain't no pending balance on there. I'm going to walk the fuck out. And I'm gonna have one of my cousins with me that'll punch your ass so hard you gonna think a Jet 2 holiday hit your bitch ass if you think I ain't gonna walk out this door. And please follow me to that motherfucking car. If you feeling motherfucking froggy, bitch, you ain't gonna make it back to your motherfucking position at that fucking Walmart store. I'm telling you. You wanna take some leak? Like I don't be taking shit already. Watch this. Hey, TikTok. So I was so that next month a slow class people, you know, are low.
Yes, J2.
We ain't gonna get no motherfucking food stamps. Let me tell you, you know how many people I have seen saying they're gonna go to Walmart and steal? Like,
Give me 1 minute, man. I'm multitasking and I'm not as fast as you are. Give me a second, man. I'm trying to find something.
Why are they doing this? Like, why are they trying us like this?
Because I want to find it myself. Is that all right? All right, let me do it. Give me 1 second. But thank you for reminding me. I got it.
Like, come on now. We're trying to survive out here. And the way that we survive is by taking shit. So, get it together. Get it together at the MAGA. Because y'all motherfuckers are the ones that have more food, that need more food stamps than us Latino and blacks. So, good luck to ya. And you voted for this. Hey, TikTok. All I know is if they stop my food stamps, me and my man will be at the grocery store walking out with two big ass carts, and they bet nobody better do nothing because my man coming hard behind me, and it only take him one time to punch your ass. All I know is if they stop my food stamps, Donald Trump done fucked up. Let's just make it clear, okay? You talking about people ain't getting food stamps in November and probably not December. He better get ready because it's about to go down. Okay? What you gotta learn is you don't play with black people's food stamps, okay? So get ready because people about to just start taking shit, okay? So
They going
I
hammers.
wanted to show y'all that.
They going hammers about them
Because
EBTs.
those are the crash outs.
Crash
The
out.
group of people that are, let me tell you something about the group of people that's on here crashing out about it. Those are the ones that have been laying down and deciding that they're only going to be on the system. These are the ones who decided they're not really going to work and things of that nature. They're going to be there, get the housing, get all of the things, get the Section 8, get the food stamps, blah, 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 and live like that. Those are those. So when we're talking about that group that's on, because that's not the totality, that's not even the majority of people that's on EBT. Let me be very clear. The majority of people that benefit from food stamps is not them, actually. They're actually the minority. The majority are elderly people. The majority are disabled people. Okay? And then it's the children. And most of that is that most of the people that are benefiting from EBT is white people. Okay. That's the minority of people who are on it. They've been on it generationally. They've been on it. They brag about, I get $400, $500, $600, $700 for food stamps and this and that. For that demographic, I don't have a lot of empathy. Let's be clear. For that demographic, I don't have a lot of empathy because you have not even attempted to go out there and actually do anything that gets you and your family off of government assistance. Okay. Bragging about getting $600, $700, $800 worth of food. Feeling entitled to be able to go and run the system. So you can get free this, free that. You can't. You're operating on the backs of the working class people. Because working class and middle class pay for that most. Okay.
Yep.
I don't have a lot of empathy for y'all. Because y'all have made it a lifestyle, a habit. Y'all have structured y'all whole life. The same ones that's doing this kind of crash out online have structured your whole life. You have brought children into this world. The worst thing is that you have brought children into this world for the benefit of getting more food stamps and a bigger place for them. You have brought children into the world.
There it is.
You purposely
Whoa, holy sauce. Holy sauce. Holy sauce. Wait a minute. Clip it. There it is, right there. That part. That part right there, J2. Flip it, snip it, flip it, share it. Gotta get it. Gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it. Because a black woman is pointing out the fact that black women have been having children just to get the government benefits that are now being taken away by the current administration. Woo! That right there, that's it. I need that. We gonna get that. Remix! Oh yeah. You know it,
A lot of
J2.
empathy, because y'all have made it a lifestyle, a habit. Y'all have structured y'all whole life. The same ones that's doing this kind of crash out online have structured your whole life. You have brought children into this world. The worst thing is that you have brought children into this world for the benefit of getting more food stamps and a bigger place on a Section 8 voucher. You have brought these children into the world at a deficit. Purposely birth children behind the 8 ball at a deficit in order to secure something for you right now. Regardless of what it'll do to the children when the children are old enough.
Woo!
Secure something for
Holy
you.
sauce.
Out online have structured your whole life. You have brought children into this world. The worst thing is that you have structured your whole life. The same ones that's doing this.
Ew.
Well, we have some good news and some bad news.
Wait a minute, wrong button, hush. Yeah, come on.
Food stamp felony fraud.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
They've been on it. They are disabled people. Okay? And then it's the children. And most of that is that most of the people that are benefiting from EBT is white people. Okay? Because that's not the totality. That's not even the majority of them. That demographic, I don't have a lot of empathy. Let's be clear. Or food stamps and this and that. Let's be clear. For that demographic, I don't have a lot of empathy because you have not even attempted to go out there and actually do anything that gets you and your family off of government food right now. 8 ball made it a lifestyle, a habit. Y'all have structured y'all whole life. The same ones that's doing this kind of crash out online, they didn't have to be here. They made it a lifestyle, a habit. Y'all have structured y'all whole life. The same ones that's doing this kind of crash out online have structured your whole life. You have brought children into this world. The worst thing is that you have brought children into this world for the benefit of getting more food stamps and a bigger place on a Section 8
I appreciate you.
You have
Give me
brought
1
these
second.
children into the world at a deficit. That's the minority. Birth children behind.
I appreciate you, Joe Mills. Give me 1 second, man. I'm multitasking. I gotta clip and snip this just right real quick. Let me not mess this up. And make sure I tag her in it. She is actually live on the channel right now, the video that I'm watching, and some of you are hearing it. So, yeah, I definitely want to. All right. Gotta have this. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I gotta do it. It's like, I got it. That's, yeah, that's just straight fire. She poured out flames on the back feet of hyenas, far and near with that jump right there. I had to get that. She just like doused the boneyard in flames. She just napalm bombed the boneyard with that jump.
They've been on it generationally. They've been like.
One more time.
Okay.
I done snipped it, I done clipped it. I'm getting ready to share it, but I want to hear it one more time, man. And then we can go ahead, man. We can finish.
That's the minority of people who are on it. They've been on it generationally. They've been on it.
Hot in here.
They, you know, they brag about, you know, I get $400, $500, $600, $700 for food stamps and this and that. For that demographic, I don't have a lot of empathy. Let's be clear. For that demographic, I don't have a lot of empathy because.
Listen to man, look, man, my ex-wife dragged me through court. I was in court today. And I talked to the lawyer. Today was the first time I had an opportunity because I ended up arriving at 9 a.m. But they changed the docket and my appearance wasn't until 2 p.m. I ended up spending the entire day at the courthouse. And I was pissed. I was upset, J2. I really was, man. But it turned out good. Even when I lose, I win. Even when I lose, I win. Even when I lose, I win. Jeremiah wins in the end. It turned out to be a blessing because I found my way to the law library so I could hopefully charge my phone and connect to some Wi-Fi so that I could at least be productive, right? I'm gonna be stuck here. You know, my father took me to the courthouse and dropped me off, right? The irony, I'm going to court for child support for my son. I get dropped off by my father. He goes to his doctor's appointment. So now I'm kind of just stuck up at the courthouse for a little while, right? Cool. So let me be productive. Let me find some Wi-Fi. Let me get connected and be productive, right? So I do that. And I'm sitting up in the law library, sitting up in there for a couple hours. And I went to take like a little bathroom break, kind of just stretch my legs, walk around. And I step out into the hallway, and lo and behold, here comes my lawyer. The court-appointed juvenile and domestic relations court lawyer who never has time to talk. Now we got time to talk. My lawyer bought me lunch today. And we sat down for about an hour and a half, and had an opportunity to discuss things before actually going into the courtroom today. Right? And let me just say this, that worked out well for me. you guys notice I'm kind of looking around. I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, a few other platforms all at one time. Right? So, yeah, it ended up working well for me that I kind of was stranded at the courthouse there because I got a chance to talk to the lawyer. And I'm not going to say exactly what the lawyer told me, but okay, good. What is abundantly clear and apparent, the lawyer did let me know, is that it's not so much the state that's after me, it's the mother of the child. And she looked it up in the computer right there in front of me at lunch while we ate and kind of, did a little digging and research, and was like, yeah, she's the one that's kind of pressing for this right now. So it is apparent that my son's mother would rather see me in jail. I'm behind on child support. I owe a couple thousand in arrears. She would rather see me in jail than in my son's life. Right, so that's where we at with it. And I am all fight, no flight. Again, I am all fight, no flight. And so, man, I've been fighting, and I'm gonna continue to fight. And I noticed she watches my YouTube. My YouTube channel is actually meant for me and my son. She won't allow my son to do the father-son YouTube thing. That's part of the reason for the split, the disagreement, the divorce. It's part of it. I know she watches it and she won't let the boy watch it. But she'll sneak and watch it just, to keep tabs on what I'm doing and try to counter my move. I've learned not to say too much because she'll take and try to counter whatever it is I'm working on. Like she has purposely, knowingly sabotaged, along the way before. Trophy, what's up, Trophy? What's going on? So that's where we at with that, man. Let's get back to the Crimson Cure real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and share this thing to my social media, this little clip of the video that I just took, and we'll continue the video.
But you have not even attempted to go out there and actually do anything that gets you and your family off of government assistance. Bragging about getting $600, $700, $800 worth of food. Feeling entitled to be able to go and run the system. So you can get free this, free that. You can't. You're operating on the backs of the working class people. Because working class and middle class pay for that mostly. Okay. I don't have a lot of empathy for y'all because y'all have made it a lifestyle, a habit. Y'all have structured y'all whole life. The same ones that's doing this kind of crash out online have structured your whole life. You have brought children into this world. The worst thing is that you have brought children into this world for the benefit of getting more food stamps and a bigger place on a Section 8 voucher. You have brought these children into the world at a deficit. Purpose. Children behind the 8 ball at a deficit in order to secure something for you right now, regardless of what it'll do to the children when the children are old enough. So you bring bring them into the world, and as babies, as children, they don't know. They didn't ask to be here, they didn't ask you nothing. But you have them because Section 8 will give you a 3-bedroom instead of a 1-bedroom if you get X amount of kids. Another couple of $100 for every house that you have to feed. This was a heavy incentivization that the government did to help facilitate the single mother household, particularly in the Black community, because they enforce food stamps differently for Black people than they did for white people. White people have more households on food stamps. However, when they go and get food stamps, it was not enforced that they should not have men in their home. Their husbands, in point of fact, were able to go down to the aid office and household. They tend to keep white families together on the whole. For Black people, it was the exact opposite. When men went down there as heads of household to sign up because the economy was tanked, very few job opportunities. When there were job opportunities, there was not enough money to support households. Money was drying up. So the men were going down. Black men were going down to the aid office as heads of household to sign up for just stopgap help. Enough help to make ends meet. And they told Black people that he could not be in the home. So Black people, the way it was enforced was that Black people had to be destitute, like nothing. Everything finna get cut off, you about to get, you know what I'm saying, on your last. They didn't want to help you. You know what I'm saying? You are working. They don't want to. The welfare system does not help people who are working and just need a little help temporarily. They actually box you out. You make too much money.
Too much money.
So for Black people, the men could not be in the home. To such an extent that they would send social workers to each household to make sure that there were no men there.
Right? The man in the household.
Okay. And that you were at the lowest of the low. You didn't work, you didn't have nobody was giving you no money. You know, y'all was emaciated in that house. Then you could come down there and get food stamps and other benefits. So they made sure to incentivize Black households to remove the man from the household specifically. As time moved on, there were those of us in the Black community that told y'all, stop doing that. Because what it eventually turned into is that Black women began to choose the easy way rather than the hard way. What's the easy way, the hard way? They chose the easy way. Government will give me this housing. Government will give me a certain amount of help to keep a roof over my head and food in my belly. Now they're not gonna do more than that. They don't want to see you come out of poverty. Do you understand that? They don't want to see you come out of poverty. That was the main reason why I chose to break the generational curse of being continuously on government assistance. Because it is a poverty trap. It's an entrapment of poverty. Once you go fully immersed inside of it, you almost can't get out of it because they don't allow you enough breathing room to work sufficiently to get off of it.
So, and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna pause her right there, and I'm gonna say this, right? It's crazy because on the other end of that, like, you know, child support, it's 55% of your income. It is not financially sustainable. And I'm in arrears, and I'm expected to pay a lump sum soon. How? You know, I've gotta create content full time. And the irony in that is that, you know, part of the reason I ended up in the situation is because my child's mother didn't want me putting him on YouTube as a content creator. Right? So, it's not sustainable. The whole system is fuckery. The whole system. And during the conversation that I had today with the attorney over lunch today, you know, they know it. You know, she told me flat out, you know, the attorney, I'm saying she, it's a woman, a white woman. She told me, you know, it's all screwed up. And it's kind of like that because it works for the state. It's not so convenient, or, you know, it doesn't work so well for the family, but it works well for the state. Right? So, all the boys and the men suffer to fund and finance the state. The women are incentivized by the state to treat the boys and men poorly. And all across the country, women are wondering, why aren't men approaching us? What happened to the masculine men who opened doors? And the men have gotten wise to the game finally, and we are repulsed. We are, you know, collectively, I think that we are repulsed. You know, shit's not sustainable. It ain't sustainable.
They don't want you to do nothing. Listen.
Roxy, what's up, Roxy? Kenny Bray, what up?
Possible trial as she's accused of using her bridge card to fund a bakery business. 32-year-old Talia Tenayuke is charged with food stamp felony fraud of more than $1,000. Prosecutors allege Tenayuke made and offered them for sale on Facebook, making several $1,000s in profit. They contend she purchased those ingredients with her bridge card, which she received through the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Today, a preliminary hearing was held, and Saginaw County District Court Judge Terry Clark bound the case over to Circuit Court. Tenayuke remains free on bond. Saginaw woman will face a possible trial as she's accused of...
Now, they're mad at this woman. Mad at this woman because she was on food stamp. So what she decided to do with the food stamp was buy food. That's the only thing you can do with food stamps is buy food. You can't
Facebook, what up, Facebook? YouTube. Jeremiah wins, Jeremiah wins, Jeremiah wins. In the end, you remember that. You don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget it. I'm not gonna forget it. You don't forget it. Jeremiah wins. Oh yeah, man. We all the way up, man. We strong. streaming on 4 platforms, live streaming across the internet, broadcasting our signal. And it feels good. Actually, it feels real good. And man, if we go on, we might as well go all the way, right? You know, since I have 7, if you're gonna go, you might as well go. You know what I'm saying? So we going, you know, the haters gonna hate. They've been doing that anyway. We gonna let them, we gonna enjoy them hating. And we gonna continue to build. I'm watching the Crimson Cure channel on YouTube. Shout out to Sister Kendra Davis of the Crimson Cure channel, author of the Crimson Cure. Video that I'm watching is women threaten to steal if food stamps end. Why y'all putting it all over the internet?
The old game of selling your stamps like at a store, that's old. They can't do that no more. So you gotta sell, if you're gonna sell those stamps, you gotta do that individually.
Winter is
Or whatever.
here.
Selling stamps, that's a good thing. If y'all don't know, you don't know. But so the only thing that you can do with food stamps is buy food. So she did. But she took a portion of the food and was making bread or cookies or whatever she was doing and selling them. They don't want you off of it. She's trying to get off of it. Use it to get off of it. They need to let her go. Because if Brett Favre, the NFL quarterback, Brett Favre, you remember that scandal that he had where he was stealing stamps? We don't remember that? If he could steal stamps and get away with it, let that woman go. Let that woman, leave that woman alone. Leave that woman alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Brett Favre was part of an entire scam in Minnesota. Stealing stamps.
Stamp stealers. Beware the stamp stealers.
That woman, it was Mississippi. Sorry about that. I thought it was Minnesota. My bad. My chat correct.
Uh-huh.
majority black state to steal stamps. Leave that woman alone. Leave her alone. She was trying to sell some stuff. She was doing a side hustle. She wasn't doing nothing but feeding some, cooking some stuff to feed folks. That ain't hurting nobody. That woman ain't hurting nobody. Cause you done gave her stamps now. You done gave her stamps already. So I'm trying to figure out the problem. It was a side hustle.
J2 multitasking,
What you wanted
J2.
to do with it? Don't I prop that up to make the point that they don't want you off of it. They don't allow you to do anything that's gonna help yourself, so you don't need food stamps anymore. The money that was there to supply food stamps is tax money. That money has already been taxed through the system. You don't need to bother about what she did with it. She bought food with it. The entire system is a trap to keep you
The entire system.
to keep you in a certain mode. This is why it was important to separate the men from the women and give the women this, because it would trap them, and it would trap them in such a way
Come on,
where
Kendra.
they would not have men with them that could enterprise everybody out. So instead of it operating as the stopgap, the safety net, the social safety net, to keep society from melting down like it did in the Great Depression when they was calamizing people, and I said that wrong on purpose, because that's what they started doing, calamizing people.
Right. Go stretch.
The first ones to be victims of that were the children. They started cannibalizing the kids. The children went first. We can't forget.
Yes,
We can't
J2.
forget why there's food stamps. Why you can't tell people they can't eat.
Create the problems they complain about, man.
There's a reason you can't tell people they can't. Because people go to great lengths to eat.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna starve. You make that. We gonna eat.
I need people to understand where we came from. It's story.
They don't, Kendra.
Can I tell them?
They don't read. How can they? They don't.
Because they're gonna eat. By hook or by crook.
By hook or by crook, somebody went to read. I know how to find the nearest church and the food bank. I done been homeless before. I know where the resources is at.
So welfare as we know it today
I'm gonna eat.
was actually created with that in mind. We don't want society, no matter what the economy does, because the economy goes up and down. So no matter what it does, the purpose of the safety net programs, the purpose of these programs originally was to not have society descend into madness because people can.
J2, I am purposely ignoring you right now. That's how you feel about that?
Cannot live and cannot eat and cannot house. Because it will descend quickly real fast. It will go fast. It's like a couple of days to a couple of weeks. Like it will go real fast, real fast, real fast, real fast. Real fast, it gets spooky every day in October. Real
Trophy.
fast.
All I can do is turn up even more trophy. That's all I can do. Like, you don't leave me no option. I'm thinking like all I can do is turn up some more, intensify. Like that's all I can do. Okay, turn it up again. It's not enough. Some more. More content. More content.
On a commercial break.
You need more content. You need to. I mean, it's got to.
And then we're going to talk about the other parts of this. But after these messages,
We'll be right back, man. Shout out to the Crimson Cure. I'm definitely going to let her commercial play because she has some really dope sponsors that sponsor her channel. And I want them to get their commercial time, right? Absolutely. But I just want to get... Yeah, I paused it just so I could hear what you were saying, Brother Jason. Be honest. I can go ahead? Are you sure? Tell me when to go, J2. Tell me when to go. Got it.
I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com.
Ashkicking.com.
Right? If you want to keep your skin looking good, it's absolute best smelling good and all that good stuff, you definitely need the body butter that's on the screen right now. If this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. All right. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. ashkicking.com. Oh, you guys, bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit that like button. Bam, bam. You gotta go ahead and hit the like.
Did you like the video, J2?
King Pepper said they ain't about to do nothing but sell cats some more. Thank you, H-Bags. I said it is. I bet black women stop having them kids now. Ain't no help coming this time. Think twice, ladies, before dealing with Cookie. And after my mom got divorced in 2012, she absolutely refused food stamps. She got in the trenches for me and my sister. Not be a punk on stamps. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Here's the thing. I'm not against food stamps. I'm not against housing programs and things of that nature. These things become necessary for society. Okay? Everybody in society is not going to be rich. Everybody's not going to have it all the time. Life come at you fast. Sometimes things break down. Emergencies happen. Medical things. Lost your job. You got hurt. Somebody got sick. Somebody, whatever. So I'm not one of them people that act like can't nothing happen to nobody. And everybody has this golden opportunity to make billions of dollars all the time. And if you don't do it, then that sucks for you. I'm not one of those people. Because people get old, people get disabled, people get, everybody's not working until death, all right? And just because you get old don't mean you can't live and can't eat no more. All right? So I'm not one of those people. These programs become necessary People need to be able to see a light at the end of a tunnel if they get into hard times and they need some.
Hold on.
Okay. There is no system that can be 100% fortified against abuse. There is no system that can be 100%
And a
fortified
lot of
against abuses. Somebody, some kind of way, gonna figure out how to get over on the system, how to, hijack a system, how to abuse the system. We cannot completely stop that. We cannot completely stop that. Somebody gonna figure out some kind of way to do something with a system. But this is why I made a point to say that the people who crashing out talking about how they gonna steal out of Walmart and all that kind of stuff are the same people who are abusing the system. But these are also the majority of the minority of the people on the system. They're not the majority of the people that are on that system. That's a loud minority of people. Because you gotta understand they're a minority of people because they're stupid enough to get somewhere and talk about how they're gonna steal, how they're gonna do this and that. If they just got a whacked out mindset, it's wacky. That's not the majority of people who are on EBT are not happy to be there. And they certainly are not of the mindset that they need to be abusing the system or getting over on it or feeling like they're better than somebody because they are at that place. Okay. As I said, the other side of that, when we come away from the hyenas that have abused the system and all of that type of stuff, when we take a look at the other people, because cutting the stamps, they're not finding the people who were abusing it and cutting their stamps. They're cutting everybody's stamps, at least for the moment.
At least for the moment, everybody.
So what does a 60, 70, 80-year-old person do for what they gonna do?
All good, trophy. All good.
What do the children do? So your mama is a hood rat that had 8 of you with 8 baby daddies.
Woo! Gotta clip that. You clip that one.
Or you don't eat because they're cutting food stamps off and they're also cutting or trying to cut free lunch programs as well. How
Get that one.
Because
Snippet, snippet, remix it in snippet.
you didn't make those decisions. You didn't make a decision to have 8 of you. You didn't make a decision to have 8 of you.
I know somebody got 5 babies and 5 baby daddies. She said
All
8.
you know is that you're hungry.
I know somebody with 8 too.
And I'm speaking from a place of experience. I have been hungry enough to steal food. I have been hungry enough to do all of that.
Yeah.
I've done all, every last one, including as a child. How incredibly embarrassing was it to stand in food lines? Let me explain something about food things. let me explain something about things, especially in the black community. I don't know if it's everywhere, but in the black community, when I used to have to stand in the food line, you gotta get there about 5 o'clock in the morning. And in Chicago in the wintertime, that's interesting. You gotta stand there in line at the designated food banks. You will watch the food distribution truck drop the food off at the food bank. And then what you would do is that you would watch the people who were in charge of distributing that food. You would watch them steal that.
Before you can get yours, they gonna get theirs.
So we would watch the people who were in charge.
They gonna get theirs before you get yours.
Waiting for
Jeremiah wins. Jeremiah wins. Jeremiah wins. We trying something new today, man. Give y'all some different angles, man. Jeremiah, I love you, boy. If you see this, when you see this,
after a couple of hours,
know that everything I do, Jeremiah, I do for you. I love you, man. I'm out. Next time.
And then you would go in, and the only thing that you would